Hello, hello, hello. I sit here between mouthfuls of my next pasta dish. Mac and cheese. Oh, and my whistling kettle is whistling. Cold water, boiled hot, finally. I wonder what mug I'm going to be using this time. Do I have tea or coffee? One mouthful before I go. Forkful. Be right back. Coffee. A spoonful of brown sugar cinnamon flavored syrup, sugar free. Just a splash. And I stir clockwise. I'm back. Has anybody joined yet? Yeah, I talk like this although I don't have much in the way of an audience during, because I know there's a replay and often one and or more other persons watch and liked. Pasta Tuesday. Earlier I ate one serving of spaghetti. And meatballs and tomato sauce and Parmesan cheese. Now I'm having some cooked mac and cheese. White cheddar. I like this make as well as some others. My favorite one, Kraft mac and cheese, although this is like second best. And the calorie intake, the caloric, is very good. Not too high. I don't know that this one is made with rice noodles, rice pasta. I have other ones. I can eat more, although less is more. Less or more. When I'm home, I don't eat lots often because future, do I go out ever dinings? I like to eat more. I don't care about calories. I mean, when I'm out eating as a guest and or whatever, I don't count calories. I don't always do it at home too, but I'm also working on a project. So, as working on a project, you know, trying to stay around 2,000 calories. Before I eat any crackers. I was gonna have baked potato tonight, although I was like, oh, it's pasta day. Pizza or pasta, so I'll just have a light meal. So I've had two servings of pastas. I had my lunch, the Brazil nut, and all that stuff I ate earlier. Not lots. And I just finished working on some projects today, published. And I don't know, there is copyrights that I have. And like I said earlier, does anyone want to use that? You know, just quote me word for word. Please do not change anything because I don't want any more slander and defamation. Thank you. Based on my research that I did earlier, influenza type A virus and COVID-19 SARS, both respiratory, excuse me, cold. I published on social media and sort of biographical, biographical, is that what's called? Biographical, factual information about me, and then sort of not exaggerated, not a grandiose, not a not persecutory delusion, not semantic, just a delusion. It's just a little glimpse into my life growing up. Celebrated Halloween, October 31. Equinoxes, solstices, 4 seasons. Myself and pets, fur babies, belluses, fairies, gardens. And you can go look at it on my community post pages, and I'm gonna, when I finish having my rest, I'm gonna put them on, not exactly the same because there's not always gonna be photos. I'm gonna put them on, I'm gonna publish them more elsewhere on social media because I like the body positivity and natural aesthetics responses to it all. My audience, my viewers, my fans, my subscribers, my members, historical, geographical, financial. I was going to use my mug, one of my and Pet's fur babies, Bellis's Fairies Gardens, earlier residence, although I chose not to this Easter because the other people on the other side of my balcony next door, stalkers, they're stalkers. And every time they see and or hear, find out somehow or other that I'm using that mug, they get paranoid, aggressive, and agitated, obsessed with it, or with the compulsive and delusional themselves, stalking and everything. So I was like, I'm not going to do it. It's one of my favorite photos of myself and my pussycat, my fur baby, my pet therapist, my pet therapy, my familiar. He before that was my cat last Halloween together, celebrated together. My cat alive, since dead, died. And I think I'll bring out the mug. I know I said before, earlier, I'm going to bring it out on Mother's Day because I am the mother. My cat, alive and dead, my cat, and I'm just going to, whether I publish it online and or just have it in my private life home. With and or without, I go check for mail downstairs and or wherever my post office box is. It's one of my favorite photos since we were hated more by that stalker next door. It's one of my favorite photos. My cat really liked to have a garden. Although, lesson learned, never ever have an indoor garden when there is a cat and or cats. Be very, very careful not to have a toxic plant, poisonous plant, cats, and or a cactus. Keep it away from pets for reason. Do I have another one in the future for baby and or for babies? Garden, fairies, garden indoors, moved elsewhere out of reach. Possibly a bathroom. Because, I'll train the newbie. Princess and or Prince Charming. Stay on the floor, don't jump up. More. And I'm talking about cat or anything four-legged or whatever. Not a fish. A fish, I don't have to worry. It's going to be in a little container, aquarium, some kind of other. Yeah. One of those blogs and articles I wrote myself, the Wanderlust Witch, aka the Forest Witch. And then my other one is about how I survived influenza type A virus this year without getting lots of medicines, prescription given to me in hospital. the IVs, pain relievers, anti-inflammatories, antioxidants, and blood clot preventative stuff. Yeah, the time I was in about my accident later, since the doctors refused to give me, well, they did blood tests and they were sure they couldn't find any blood clots. So that's all out there. Like I said, use the like button, leave likes, thumbs up, and use the share button and share. And did you not already subscribe? And did you already subscribe? Stay subscribed. Thank you. Me, Foodie Beauty, Caffeine Queen at Avrobellis the Forest Witch, and Avril and Pets for Babies, Bellis's Fairies Gardens at Avrobellis is the Forest Witch. And my name, Avrobellis. Subscribe, please. I left when most people Halloween perceived, alleged, accused witches wear black. And only black. Black hats, black this, black that, black passions. Everything's black. Anything and everything. With and or without skin tones, black. Cosmetics, hair, everything black. When I came out, everything became lighter. My hair got lighter, yellow. I blonded it more so that it had a bit of that and more silver, yellow. Everything was more of a golden and silver. I don't go to the dark side. I don't like the darkness of all that stuff because I don't believe in it. And to me, I believe that's a mental illness. Depression and anxiety, those two things, I don't like it. I like brightness. So when I do wear black sometimes, although I prefer to call it some kind of an evening attire or some kind of go out kind of outfit that's not affiliated with black hat, witch's hat, you know. I prefer to come up with bright colors like yellow, white, and orange, and silvers, and grays, and browns. With and or without green. I just feel since celebrated and during celebrating Halloween, I feel better, you know, about anything and everything, including influenza. Just like having a fur baby, a cat or dog. I don't care what the color of the fur and or the skin be. That's what accessories are all about. Cat, collars, spaying and neutering, and pedicures, manicures, grooming, recovery gowns that they can wear. You know, a female cat can wear pink and greens. A male cat can wear blues and greens, and they can both wear yellows anytime. And any other color, I don't mind. As soon as autumn happens in September, once October 1 is, just around that time, I'm into autumn colors. Anything and everything orange. Rustic. Browns and oranges and greens. lots. I don't know why I just do it. Nature. And I'm not the only one. I've been out in public. I've seen other people wearing those colors too. So go check out my articles, my blogs, my community posts posted. I'm not the best and I'm not the worst, although I should, can, could, may, must. In addition to historical and geographical and financial published, I'm published once more. Whether it looks and reads the same as I did before, since before, during, later, and since December 19, 2019, COVID-19, SARS, other people such as World Health Organization, social media, news, Active Out Center, Mississauga, and Central Parkway Mall, and everywhere else public. Oh, and you know how I protested about having to wear a covering to protect myself and one and or more other. I get COVID-19 SARS. I mentioned that too. Oh, you haters. Possibly one of the house I got influenza type A. Somebody gave me something off the floor, yelled at me to put it on my face. More than one. Public places. Even residential, I don't. It's just who I am. You know, this is the longest, I wonder if this is the longest I've gone without having a cat. I have photos of my cat. One in my living room when I was feeding him. When he wasn't feeling very well, he was kind of, but he ate. I got all dressed up because we like to play Halloween. And I got all dressed up in my little outfit. Put the headdress on and fed him and medicated him. Veterinarians showed and told me I had to. And photos in my kitchen. I'm trying to get another photo of when I was doing sit and dance and put it there. And I have one in my bedroom. It was just such a beautiful cat. He's kind of foxy. He didn't look the typical cat. He had to look all his own. He had beautiful hair, fur. I actually got to keep some of it. It's around here somewhere. I was going to do something for Christmas, but I didn't have the time. Instead, it's put aside. Just in case I get another amulet, and I can put his cat hairs in there. Put them in storage. Hi, oh hello. Lydia Hamilton. How are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you? Are you good? Yeah, so using this mug. I'm great. I love watching your videos. Thank you. I'm using this book instead. And yes, it's red. Another color I don't like to wear lots of cosmetics. I did for a while. To me, I did for a while. I used to wear lots of purple lipstick, and then I went back to neutrals, and then I went to some reds, and then I started to wear pinks. I don't know what I'm going to do. When I get rid of this color off my tour, I'd probably go French manicure or clear. And then when that's over and done with, maybe during get again and I can walk and nobody bothers us anymore and my mom is safe away from harm doers, even just by banging on my mom's front door, turning the handle. I mean, all that stuff is not allowed. Scare her, hurt her. Police were showed into, so were security guards, the condominium corporation. I'm not lying. I'd like to get more athletics. That's the goal with physiotherapy, you know, that I can walk more. Better weather's coming, and my mom and I like to. We did it lots when my cat was alive, not dead yet, and then dead, we stopped. I just didn't feel like it. And now that the better weather, the goal is to get me walking more. Not just once a week in a mall. Some other people showed and told me that the influenza type A, and I documented it too. I can have a lingering cough a while. It's not as a harsh a cough as I had when I was hospitalized. So what's been going on in your life right now? Good things, bad things? I just mentioned. Did you go on my community post page and read anything there? Oh, sorry, I just joined. I'll go check that out. Oh, thank you. Have fun. That's something I find scary in this neighborhood. Other people using memes instead of their real identity, deluding themselves that they're ISPs and their Wi-Fi is traced as internet trolling, harassment, bullying, stalking, in addition to all historical, geographical, financial they did as. Such as judiciary, justice of the peace, district and crown attorneys, lawyers, police, security, guards, government corporations, etc. I was going to do a book review. I'm going to read tomorrow, and I'll come back and I'll let you know. I have something I know it's possibly not as new as it should be, although it's going to be new enough because what I show and tell is what she I'm looking forward to it. It's nothing personal. It's just I'm in a good mood. I'm reading 3 books right now, all at the same time. And I can actually understand every one of them and remember. Yeah. I do. I hope all the stalkers that were to add on in out from my next door neighbor, 1301 and 80, where I used to live. I hope. How many times did I have to send securities guards there and police? Several times. There's lots of incident, police, and occurrence numbers, etc. All happen there. And how often one and or more person from that apartment were to at, on, and from outside my front door, and on my balcony out back with all the garbage and stuff. That happened. There's so many witnesses, photos, videos, audios recorded, voices, sounds, etc. The condominium corporation, alleged site administrative staff there gave me permission that I could put out my little garden. Just as long as I didn't have anything hanging on the balcony railing. I kept it ground level. My cat. A cat. Other people. I mean, I'd never hurt my cat. I'd never hurt another animal a day in my life. Although, unless it's a butchered animal and it's for food, then I ate it. But when it's a pet for a baby domestic animal, I don't. I like animals. I love animals. The only thing is, because my hands and stuff, I don't do pedicures and I don't do manicures and I don't do grooming, very especially long hair. He had a matting problem. It takes me to do my own hair sometimes, you know. So I had some professional groomers groomed him. Not any bread. Nobody should have had access to him, just my mom and I. He wasn't allowed to be shared with anybody. He wasn't allowed to leave home. Just when we had him boarded at the veterinarian for a little while. Veterinarians, yeah, very. I continue to always try, even on the days I don't feel my very best, which has been a while. I continue to always try to look better than most. My mom alleged I'm related to other relatives outside my family unit, my parents, myself, and all animals, all pets, all fur babies. Especially my mom's side of my family, because not any of them were buried. My mom is actually the most attractive one of them all. She talks about alleges Thompsons, that she's related to Thompson. Her alleged sister, Estelle, her alleged daughter, Suzanne, and alleged son, James. And then there's the other ones, alleged Tom and Janet, and Angela and Heather, and Gregory, Douglas, Michael, my mom's brother Tom, and the other one, there was David and Billy, and alleged Sheena and Heather, and that celebrity stalker Norman Thompson. Most of them, the women usually get very fat. I don't know them, just my mom mentions them, and social media, etc. They're all fatter than I have been most of my life. And I'm not talking about athletic fat, I'm talking about just overall fat, obese. My mom used to, some of the people I don't know who they are. She'd tell me who they are. I didn't know there was such a thing as internet trolling. So I would Google them, and then I'd find out about it, and I reset my privacy settings and block them. At least I tried to. And I would report them to the police, especially when there's a phone call. Oh, and Angela Mott, she's a short, fat thing. She was never attractive. There's images of her online, 1984 and earlier. She not only needed cosmetics to hide it all, she needed and that's on my mom's side of the family. Whereas my dad, the 12 other people that my dad's older brother has been saying lately, but that's what happened as far as I know. That's what I know. He was dead a long time ago. I don't know about any of his wife and anybody else, but he died a long time ago, long before my dad. And my first cousins, that man alleged son and daughter. I don't know what he looks like very, although she was born ugly, but she did. I might have met her once when I was younger. She had like a cleft palate or a cleft lip, and she couldn't help being born that way, you know. And then they allegedly, she allegedly got married to a man. As I said before, you don't have to be pretty. You don't have to be beautiful. I choose not to be. I choose to be single. Doesn't matter. Ugly women get a man once in a while. Whatever. Her two children, Christopher, morbidly, well, he was fat. He was not attractive. He was a cute kid. My mom, I alleged. Adult, not pretty. But then, being mentally challenged, and or the old word retarded, that was there. Him and his brother. His brother was kind of a person that was born with alleged the umbilical cord wrapped around the neck or something. I don't know. And then the other one, John, same thing. His son born mentally challenged and or the old word retarded. the old school word, the word before everybody complained that was discriminations and prejudices and prejudices showed and told and said the word retarded. Uh, and then further over, some cousins alleged, four other ones, not my first cousins, uh, Susan, who got fat, Paul, I don't know what happened to him, and David, I don't know. Every time I see him, if it comes, oh, friend's request or friend's suggestion, David Bellis or whatever, and his sister Lisa. I don't even know what she looks like now. I don't know if she's skinny or fat. I don't know. She used to have red hair, an orange color, and redhead, and it was for parents. It was for other people, parents. I don't know. And then there's Patty McDonald. My mom and her storytelling, And then there's the ones where some pen pals over the years. Glenda Nixdorf or something, and Ivy Reed, who I don't keep in touch with. I don't know that my mom has reached out in a long time. They began reaching out to us, and I was like, what the hell, who are they? Christmas cards, etc. I don't send greeting cards. I figure now that I'm all this social stuff, I don't. If you know me in person, if you see me, I usually wear some kind of Christmas pants. I figure that's my way of wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. Not personally, although if you know me, when you know me, yeah, but there's other residents and strangers, and I just like to be Christmas healthy. Fairies. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. My hero. My pussycat. I mean, my mother, the widow, I'm the next of kin. My father, he wasn't a nobody. He was a somebody. He wasn't the best. He wasn't the worst of fathers, although he existed. And I did go to schools. He knew I was into the performing arts. I was a bit of an artist. He didn't seem to mind, especially the athletics. He was like very chuffed watching me play, do anything. He thought the world of himself for many a times. Like my mother showed and told I was. I mean, sure, later in life, because of this accident, I'm a bit more clumsy than I used to be when performing, such as I don't know what it's going to be like now doing any of that, or, well, indoor walk fit, outdoor, anything. I'm a bit wobbly. I wasn't like that before. I am wobbly. I wobble. Sometimes I do. I feel it. I'm a wobbler. I'm a wobble dee wobble dum. Wobble dee wobble dum. I'm a dumbbell. Based on the accent, do you live in Canada? Yes. I am back. Oh, hello. Yes, I'm from. I sometimes when I talk, I sound like I'm from up north. I have a up north kind of cottage country kind of accent. I came from Western Ontario, Canada. Not North York, like the mom showed and told. I come from Western. I knew it. Canada is so beautiful. Yes, lots of it, especially in autumn when the trees change color, and in the winter when all the pine trees are covered in snow. Okanagan. Wow. I was around there recently. Somewhere that sounded like Okanagan. Okanagan. Can't be the same place though. Maybe it was. It was near the Grand River. Alleged. Are you closer to Lake Toronto? far away, I can see distantly Toronto, if that's how you spell it. Toronto. Toronto. I logged on to somebody on YouTube. And I thought, oh, it's probably BS. Probably still is BS. Usually is BS. Bullshit, I mean. Uh, and, oh, do you like this? Do you like that? Do you like this? Do you like that? Mentions of, you know, like button, leave a comment. So I'm seeing the movie The Reverend. So I hit the like button. Left like 3 compliments and never went back. Although to see if anybody liked. Apparently the person liked one of my comments. My replies. I like the early kind of look. The Reverend. Still shot or whatever. Must have ate lots of donuts to get that big. He wasn't always a big man. I remember when he was younger. He was skinnier. He was a skinny kid. He was a skinny child. Most doesn't know. It's not, in addition to that, it's not being a fan or whatever. Fan. Excuse me. Beauty burp. It's not a grandiose delusion. It's not a neurotic, manic delusionment. It's nothing delusional. I'm often around other people. I've been doing it for years. Only stalkers tried, showed, and told that they were themselves and or one and more other person and or beautiful creature were not real. And I'm one of the occasional photographers, when I'm allowed, the staff permitted me to photograph. I'm not one of those that likes to take, posing pretty photos. I wait, especially when it's a guide dog or a pet Furby. I wait for the moment. It takes me weeks. That one moment. Click. That's it. And I published it because it was a public place. And they're online too. Beautiful dog. Beautiful, beautiful dog. It's a beautiful moment. Lots of tongue action. That is lots of tongue action happened. Oh, those are the best ones, when the tongues come out. Or whatever. My cat used to do, well, my cat didn't do it that often. He was a bit nervous. But when he did, yeah. like my coffee. One of those phones, I don't like it when I turn on and off and or it rings. Again, in common call. Oh, sounds that come out of it. Any minute now. Oh.
Hello, Moto.
What did I tell you? I'm not a hater, although I'd like to be a hater. If I was to do a reaction channel, that's all I would do is hate. I'd hate everybody and anything. I'd have nothing good to say about anybody. Well, I'd have good to say, I'd have good and bad, but I would have not any like. I'd hate everybody, all humans. That's why I don't have one. Because they would hate me, and all people that misunderstand, that some of them would possibly return and or show up for the very first time to my doors and or windows. I don't want that to happen. Or do I? I don't really. We're right to have a reaction channel. Anything, everything. Especially on the body positivity and the natural aesthetics. Oh, I'd have a good time with that. I started something today, such as watching all those haters online fat shaming, supposedly giving out free friendly advice to the fatter. Were I to purchase or anything weight, they've been telling their clients and or customers to lose every week. I'm like just 1 or 2 pounds if ever, whenever, and spread it out. And just take 500 or 1,000 calories off your daily diets, food consumptions. 500 calories? Only 500 calories. When I was watching social media videos, live streams. Okay. But I'm not going to show and tell you to do it. That you must, that you should, can, could, may, must, and need. That's all historical, geographical. I'm just going to be like today, I was watching someone, or the other day, and she was wearing new clothes. Some looked attractive enough. They suited her. And then there were some that made her butt look, the ripples. I was like, maybe take 500 calories off her diet. Be it one day, even if it's just weekly, that 500 calories, that sort of make that bum look a bit better in those outfits. But then I don't care, because I wouldn't give a shit about saying any of that to anybody. I wouldn't, not nowadays. She looked physically active enough. I would just be like, what did today, my community posts, my blogging. I published my essays, my stories, my biographical stuff. I just put it out there. I'm like, were I to lose weight and go on a strict weight loss journey, which I'll never do, considering who I am, I and what I weigh, I would take off 500 calories of my foods. Sometimes when I used to play bingo, some other people, including my mom, would laugh at me. Just one card. One card. I'm like, yes, when I wasn't working, one card, because one card, one hand I'm playing, the other hand I'm eating. Eating. That's why I don't play bingo every day, because I'd be eating. It's like being a creative writer. Eating. Poems, etc. Eating. Which I stopped doing today, although instead of eating popcorn, I've gone back to eating my crackers because I'm creative. And I did some writing. Published. Public. More. It's like making deviled eggs, you know? I remember when I was younger. Some other people would see and hear the word eggs with another word, be it angel and or deviled and or stuffed. And they saw devil and all bad, all purposefully all wrong, all not legal, all not lawful, all not sane, all not competent, all not employable, their employers. That was not allowed, that word and or words, deviled eggs, angel eggs, stuffed eggs. Although it's well known and published, they were like, no, you can't do that. You're sick. You're mentally ill. You have to stop. And I'm like, really? The Active Adult Center of Mississauga and others, many, did the same. I guess we're all that way inclined, aren't we? We're all that way. We're all bad. We're all wrong. We're all not legal. We're all not lawful. We're all not sane. We're not all competent. We're all not employable. No, that's not true. That is not true. It's the other way around. Such as Peel Regional Police, psychiatry, ERs, some hospitals. They're wrong. Especially when they're on and off the internet troll. They're just stalkers. I've been published. And I published myself. It is what it is. I could do an essay all about, I could do a creative story, an essay, biographical, myself and others. Myself, deviled eggs. It's just a title. You know, I don't believe that the eggs are anything devilish. They're just eggs. Only stalkers, you know? And those that did, they should have been judiciary punished and or sued, slander, defamation, and or fire. I don't care who they are. With and or without them use their real names. I really just don't have any interest in doing that to somebody else. I wonder if there's going to be another batch. I missed Easter because I can't, I can give my mom some, but I don't know. I wanted to make a batch. I actually went somewhere, and I'll maybe get more. I wanted to get already hard-boiled eggs packaged. And that way I could just cut them in half, not have to peel the shells off. And I could just make the mixture and then put it back in. That would be just as good. I have to go soon. But that really bothers me. Year after year, other people, the mentally ill, you know, it's just, you know, it's just what it is. And they try to spread it worse than COVID. I'd never want to give anybody post-traumatic stress disorder traumas of violence. Not ever. Not instigating, you know, not bringing it on, not inflicting the pains, you know. I don't like that. I wouldn't do that Do unto others as you want to be done by. That's what I say. It's just like my mom's symptoms and behaviors, illnesses. Anybody showed and told, well, like I always said, a witch can get ill. There's no denying that. That has happened before, during, and since October 31, 1969. It happened. Maybe this Halloween I'll take up celebrating Halloween. I'll do some voodoo. I was so bothered by the other residents and the alleged condominium staff that I got myself a little Ouija board. I'm not gonna ever use it, although it does exist. And I haven't used any oracle cards as of lately because my cat that died. Waiting to see if I get a new fur baby, a new cat. Princess and her Prince Charming. That's the name I'm going to use. The next one. Princess and her Prince Charming. I know I've had historical kitchen cats, etc. I just want to name those names. That'd be fun. I don't care about the colors. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not discriminatory. Not even a cat, you know? I'm just, whatever. Whoever. I like a little kitten because I like to hold it up by the tail and go, ha ha ha, look at you for about a week. While it be climbing all over me. Just look at it, hang it by the tail. Probably put the tail around my finger, his or herself. And just let hang. Just hang. And put it on me. Just let it probably make a liking for my hair. My other fur babies, most all of them took a liking to my hair. I remember when I had some budgies. It also did not give me influenza type A virus. That they did. They used to like to take some strands and put in their beaks and their mouths. Have a bit of a go as if it was pasta, spaghetti, noodles. Really beautiful creatures. I really miss them too. My battery's dying. I gotta go. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Be kind to all, everyone, everywhere. Goodbye.